Hello guys. You heard door unlocking sounds from washroom. It was so refreshing. You saw him only in towel. You immediately turned. He shook his head with a slight smirk. Don't pretend like you have not seen me without shirt before. You looked at him in disbelief. What, have you forgotten that day when it was raining and you stood up without he can say further? Are not you hungry? Well, yes, I am, but I was saying, he was about to say, but you cutted his words. Dinner is ready, come downstairs. You went downstairs and closed the door behind you. But Ryan, at least listen to me, he shouted. Aish, he chuckled and wore his grey shirt before rushing towards downstairs. Your feet stopped on its way to go downstairs. Ryan, you turned. What happened? You asked to him. Will you come before 9 tonight? He asked with a little smile. Why? You will get to know at night, he replied. Alright, I'll try to come early. He showed a big smile. You cleared your throat and left to your work. Do you think what you are doing is right? Your mom asked from the other side of call. Mom, I don't know. I just can't forget anything. You frustratingly sighed. Even it's been almost 5 years. Come on, give him a chance to show his love. He had already suffered a lot from past few years. Don't be that cruel, Ryan. It's been 5 minutes. She's trying to persuade you that living present on the basis of past can ruin the future of both of you. And yes, go home early today as he wanted. You hummed in response, showing no interest on her, but internally, you were really eager about his plans. As slowly hours skipped, your mind is also indulged in work and files, maybe more than anything else. You had molded yourself according to your daily routine. You always backed off your work around 8, but today you did not realize when it's almost 10. You lift your eyes up, then you realized the entire cabinet was empty. Maybe someone was doing some work on last seat. You stood up and dialed a number while gathering your belongings together. Why are you still here? Your co-worker asked on the other side of call. Yeah, actually I have done with all these designs, only few are left. So can you do it? I need these by tomorrow morning, you asked. Oh yeah, sure, just leave all the designs to Sia. She's still on first floor, I'll get it from her. She replied, thank you so much, only the easiest one are left. You showed your gratitude, being ready to leave after putting your belongings. Oh, no need, Vaina, bye, go home safely, she said, and you hung up the call. You took a cab for a whole route of 25 minutes. You entered in and got flinched on a loud thunder sound. Seems like it will rain soon, you thought. But why is there so dark? I guess he's not here. You headed to kitchen to get some water. Sound of only thunder, strong winds, and your footsteps can be heard in the entire kitchen. You were lazily taking a water bottle, but you stopped, seeing a figure in dark. You knitted your eyebrows to get a clear view. Jungkook, you mumbled after noticing him standing there. And right then you remembered that you have to come early tonight. Shit, Ryan, you are such an asshole. You cursed yourself mentally. You sucked a sharp breath in order to utter a word. Jungkook, You wanted to apologize, but he spoke. I'm sorry, Ryan. He said in an inaudible voice, making you confused. Sorry for wasting your time and sorry to myself for still believing that you will forget everything happened. If I set up a beautiful dinner by myself, he bitterly chuckled, making you drown in guiltiness. I should have understood. Why would you forgive me just by dinner after what I have did? Listen, Jungkook, he cutted your words. I understand I should not have keep you with me forcefully. You were right. Maybe we are not meant to be together. There was silence riser between you both. You have right to live your life happily and with freedom. You can divorce me when you want. You taken aback hearing him. Without you can say anything, he left from there. It was all my fault. You thought. You turned and noticed the dinner table, which was arranged beautifully. You took a closer look of it and found the untouched food on table. Most of the dishes were your favorite that he made for you. You felt so blamable and guilty. I looked inside the room, found him sleeping. Of course, entire evening he was just preparing for dinner. But what I have done? I signed and sat behind him staring his sleeping figure. My hands unconsciously made their way to his messy hairs. I started caressing his soft hairs. I I was hurriedly walking to staff room to give these annual question papers to our teacher, Mr. Lee. Where's the staff room? Yeah, here it is. I opened the door. But I stopped, hearing the sobs of high-pitched voice. What's going on? I carefully peeked inside the staff room and Leah, a student, is crying. Why? Tell me, whose child is this in your womb? Wait, what? Leah's pregnant? How can these guys do these things in this age? I disgustedly looked at her, wanted to listen to his name who got her pregnant. Appa, don't call me Appa when we're in college. I'm your teacher right now. Mr. Lee blurted out furiously. Oh, okay, Mr. Lee. It's Jungkook. What? Jungkook? I got phone at my place. Why the heck is she lying to her father and defaming Jungkook's name? What, Jeon? Leah nodded. How can he? He is not even your boyfriend. Actually, a week ago when I did not came to college for a few days, Jungkook came to my apartment for giving assignments. He was drunk and I don't know how this happened. I shut my eyes tightly, not wanting to listen to her nonsense. I clenched my fist. Why is she freaking bitch is lying about him? I knocked the door before going inside. Leah wiped her tears and turned to other direction. Yes, Mr. Lee asked. Mr. Lee, here's the assignment of last semester, I said and put it on table. Mr. Lee nodded. I glared Leah before going out. She can fool him but not me. I have to do something. I came out of my class. Usually I spend this free time reading books or studying, but now I have to talk to Leah and persuade her to tell truth to her father. I saw her coming to my direction. There is no regret or sadness on her face like before. Whatever I reached her, she looked at me confusingly, but I sensed more than this. What the hell is going on, Leah? She raised an eyebrow. Why did you lie to your father that you got pregnant by Jungkook? Oh, so you heard us talking in the staff room? Anyways, I didn't lie. I am not a fool. He can't even think to do this shit with you. He trusts your boyfriend so much. She smuggled. Do you even know what happened that day? I guess he did not tell you. I really want to punch her disgusting face. You can't change the reality. He will also leave you. Just shut up. I can't tolerate her nonsense anymore. Poor Van, but this won't change the truth. She left, rolling her eyes. What the hell? I thought she will understand and tell the name of real person who got her pregnant, but this girl needs special treatment. I need to talk Jungkook. I knew he must be in library. I went to him. He looked at me and smiled. I was just thinking about you. As he came closer to me, I spoke. Jungkook, listen. I would love to. He sweetly smiled. Leah is spreading rumor that you went to her apartment and got her pregnant. I looked down, not making eye contact with him. Why are not you saying anything? So you got to know about this? He took a deep breath and said. My lips parted in shock. My feel felt happy as his. You are lying. Tears start beaming in the corner of my eyes, blurring my vision. A sob rose in my throat. No, that's truth. He looked down. Maybe there's a guiltiness on his face. My heart ached. How can you? My words felt stuck in my throat, which is painful. My legs became weak that I could not stand anymore. Suddenly his hand snaked around me, helped me to stand properly. I jerked his head as a solemn tear fell down my left cheek, but his grip became tighter. Hey, listen, I was just kidding. What? I looked at him with my messed face. Really? He nodded. Rage flowed through me like lava. You fur? I started punching his chest. Yeah, calm down, I'm sorry. He held my hand, swiping my tears and kissed my forehead. I felt a big relief than ever, but anger at the same time. So what were you saying? Leah spreading rumors about me? I forgot about her. I immediately nodded. I know it must be Jacob, her ex, who got her pregnant, said I. Well, I'm not that free to give shits to these rumors. I have better things to do than this, so let's ignore her. What, you ain't bothered? She is defaming your name, I retorted. That's not first time I'm hearing nonsense. Moreover, you trust me, I nodded. That's enough. I don't need others faint on me. I signed. As you say, I slowly murmured, which he heard. As the day passed, Leah was not leaving any opportunity to show you that she and Jungkook must be in relationship. She approached him and pretended that they are close friends. Of course, you always feel envious, but you trust Jungkook. You signed, sitting in the corner seat of college canteen. You spent the whole day in campus in the state of boredom. It's been couple of days that Jungkook is absent. Maybe his health is not well, is what you thought as a reason. Hey Ryan, Yuna took the seat beside you, while you just hummed as greeting. I guess you didn't hear the news that we are going on college trip to a museum this Saturday. And we will stay in dorms. Probably girls and boys are having same dorm. I know, you replied. Huh? Then why your face looks pale? What happened? She asked. Huff, it's nothing, you said. I guess it's not it because Jungkook has not shown up since few days. You nodded. Moreover, he is not receiving my calls, now I'm a bit worried. Hope he is fine. Why don't you go to his apartment and visit him? She suggested. Yeah, you are right, Yuna. I'll visit him, you smiled. Thanks, now I gotta go. Jungkook got up from couch, but his eyes widened as he saw her. What are you doing here? How you got in? He asked perplexedly. She smirked. Why can't I see the father of my baby? She spoke. The hell is wrong with you? Stop lying everywhere about me. We have talked about this before, Jungkook fiercely said. Why, Jungkook? You know I like you from the very first day, and I guess now Vine is also believe that it's your baby. Never. Vine trusts me with her whole heart. She will never believe any of your nonsense. Now get out from my house before I lost my temper. He looked at her in disgust. Leah sadly looked down. As you say, she turned to leave. She suddenly groaned and held her stomach. Hey, what happened to you? He ran to her and took her in her hand. Leah, are you alright? Yeah, please don't go away from me, Jungkook. She slowly said, and before he can say something, she touched her lips with his. A sudden sound of something fell on floor was heard. Vine, Jungkook looked at you and immediately pushed Leah. Listen, whatever you saw was misunderstanding. Please just don't say anything now. I have saw everything. You quietly mumbled with a heavy weight in your heart, seeing both of them close. No, I never done that. Stop your lies. Leah was right. I should not have believed you. You wipe your tears as you don't want to cry for someone like him. I know she did this all intentionally. He glared Leah, but trust me, he came towards you. Stop right there. Don't come to me. You warned and ran away from him. No, Ryan, stop. He also ran behind you. Ryan, stop right there. He shouted behind you, but you were just running away from him while wiping your tears. She wants us to be apart. Don't go, please. You ignored his words while he cursed himself. Your home was not much far from his apartment. As you got inside, you immediately locked the door so he can't come in. You fall down on the floor leaning against the main door. Van, open the door, at least listen to me. He banged the door from outside. You covered your mouth to make no sound, so he will thought you went upstairs, but he was continuously banging the door. We can sort it out by talking. I know you are here. Our relationship isn't that weak. I know you still believe me that I did not do anything, then why? He is right, you still believe him. You know whatever you saw was all Leah's plan. You know he is not cheating on you. You know he is innocent and just love you. But there is a reason why you want to apart from him, even it's hurting you more than him. Couple of days ago, his mother requested you to stay away from him so he can focus on his career. His parents are living in another nation and they want no restrictions to their son. They don't even know your name, but for him, you decided to go away from him with a heavy rock on your heart. You thought after your graduation, you will never see each other. You flickered your eyes and rubbed it. You noticed you were lying on the bed comfortably, but last night you were sitting on the edge of the bed. Maybe he made you lay comfortably, you thought, and glanced beside you, but he is not here anymore. You get up and dial the number of your co-worker. You slowly come inside. He was doing something, perhaps cooking. You cleared your throat and stood behind him. Hey, good morning. What are you doing here? He asked without looking at you. I left the job, you said, making him frown. What? He looked at you with astonished face. You slowly nodded. Why? Were not you the one who said I have rights to do anything and wanna do job? Yeah, but then I thought why to do work when my husband earned enough to feed me for whole life. He raised an eyebrow on the sudden change in your behavior. Are you alright? He touched your forehead. Yeah, I'm fine and I'm sorry for yesterday. I forgot that you want me to come early. You slowly mumbled. It's okay, he said. Let me help you. No need, I will do it. You know what time is it? You're actually getting late. Oh shit, he ran to the living room. You were preparing for dinner. Today was quite unusual for you since you were not used to be home whole day. But still it can be fun as now you have time for yourself, time for doing your hobbies, etc. Jungkook just came back around half an hour ago. He is in room probably taking a shower. You heard a sound like refrigerator opening. You turned just to see him taking a sip of water. Let's cook, he said and comes to you. No, it's already done and moreover you are tired so here. Is this my duty, right? You mouthed and he raised an eyebrow. What happened to you? You are behaving like very decent, perfect wife who you never were. You signed on his words. I just know rude Vian. I am endeavoring to be a good person. He crossed his hands. So you mean to say you will do every course from now on? You nodded. Well, it's better than good. He went to living room with a wide grin on his lips. He pissed you off. You are regretting talking to him nicely. Why and get me jam? This doesn't taste good enough for me to eat. He shouted from living room. You knitted your eyebrows looking at him who was watching movies while munching on the food you made. You stood in front of him with open sachet of jam. He didn't look at you and spoke. Why are you standing like stone? Hand me jam. What the hell? He is not even bothering himself to ask me to eat with him, you thought. Yeah, show your jam. You unconsciously squeezed the packet, causing a bit of jam to fall on his cheeks and lips. Yeah, what the hell are you doing? He glared at you. Well, I'm not going to say sorry. Probably you deserve it. You said and turned to leave. Oh, I deserve it, huh? He mumbled and pulled you, causing you to fall on him. You did it intentionally, did not you? He asked, staring at you. No, but leave me. You struggled to get up. No way, and you also deserved. He rubbed his cheeks with yours and your face also became a mass of jam like him. Now you may go also. He signed. Now I have to wash myself again. He left. From there leaving you frowned. You touch your cheeks, which smelled sticky and smelling like fruity. God, this man. You furiously stormed outside. You fell on bed with a tired body. He's a nightmare. You grinned your teeth. It did not took you more than 5 minutes to fall asleep. After a while, he entered and smiled looking at you sleeping soundly. I'm sorry teasing you, love. I know it must be tiring, you are not used to it. He made you lay comfortably on bed and covered you properly with duvet. He plopped beside you and embraced your little sniffed body. Good night, he mumbled before closing his eyes. To his great astonishment, you also hugged him back. Good night, your low muffled voice bring him comfort and big smile on his face. How invigorating it is walking in a snowy pavement with an intermingled hand with him, isn't it? Out of nowhere, you suddenly laughed. Why are you laughing? He asked, looking at you while amusing expression. You shook your head. Just a funny past incident, you said. Can I ask you something? You hummed. So I believe you also knew that I never cheated on you, so then why you left me? You sucked on a deep breath. If I did not leave you, you would not be who you are today. He looked at you in shock. Really? You thought yourself as a distraction? You nodded. Wait, let me process. Then why were you still rude and cold even after our marriage? He asked. You know what? My past few years were very alone and I thought you also moved on, but you did not. And I ain't in mood to explain anymore, so let's begin from beginning. You smiled. He chuckled. You are really cool.